to hear that. I think seeing all the volunteers and people loving on them and just doing everything that they can and showing your support and don't think that there's plenty of help and that nobody needs help still. Don't grow weary of doing good. There's always something that you can do. I've heard of people that are builders and they've stopped work, halted projects that have gone just to volunteer their time. And that's so commendable. You know, people that have trucks and trailers that, have all the shop work stuff on there, volunteering their time, their energy to be able to help get some normalcy back to people's lives, to families' lives. And again, there's people that have had no flood insurance, had no idea, so overwhelmed by this. And it would be, imagine having your home literally just soaking, sogging everything. I just couldn't imagine having that kind of devastation and then having to deal with it because, if you ever moved, you know how out of sorts you are until you're living out of boxes, but then the last box is thrown away. Imagine having all your stuff waterlogged and just a lot of stuff just kind of destroyed. Mold and all that stuff. I mean, you're not going to be able to sleep like this until you get all that rotten drywall and all that stuff pulled out of there. You're just not going to be able to feel too good about things until, things are dried out and things are reworked. And man, it's a lot of money. And if you don't know what you're doing, some people are very handy themselves. I would do what I could, but I would, have to rely on somebody that, could properly hang drywall, kind of know themselves around, code and things like that to just make sure you're doing it right. And you want it to look good at the same time, right? So there's going to be a lot of people working, that's for sure, to keep people busy. So there's plenty of work to rebuild, and there's a lot of money that's going to be appropriated to help that. But again, I caution for people listening in Texas, and you must know this, it's not a complete, make you whole kind of thing. They're going to do what they can to compensate, but it's not going to be 100%. So that's why donations and charitable organizations are going to be doing what they can to try to make people as whole as possible. And one thing that I've learned about Texas that I think is absolutely incredible is that largely speaking, that Texas is one of those states where they don't really rely so much on the federal government. A lot of faith organizations, churches, etc., they believe in community outreach. They believe getting out on the streets and evangelizing and really building houses and revamping houses. And Joel Osteen the other day was talking about they were redoing a house not too far from the church there in Texas. It's just an outreach to help a family that their house was run down and it really was in the dire need of repair. And so they sent workers out there and materials and got that house done. But stuff like that, and I think that should be something that every church should be involved in doing, is to always have stuff going in the community for people, because there's somebody that always needs help. There's always a senior citizen that just is on a fixed income, or somebody that's disabled, that's not able to do it. Fixed income, once again, can't do it. This should just be standard operating procedure, in my opinion, that you're just, wanting to help people, wanting to do these nice things. Because like I say, we say this very frequently on the program, this is paying it forward, because one day you're going to need it. One day you're going to hope that somebody will be kind to be able to do these particular things for you if you were in need for it. And so to me, you got to, if it's kind of like racking up points, then so be it. They say good karma, or just doing what's right. And with not always looking for something in return, but it doesn't hurt, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to ever buy you entrance into heaven, but, God's good, and we should be good to each other. So if that sounds like a sermon, well, so be it. But listen, Gloria Gaynor, look it up. It's a cool video. and she is trying to raise some money herself with some T-shirts and things like that. You may want to query her name, Gloria Gaynor, Gaynor, and text her Survive. She's online right now and doing what she can, Gloria Gaynor, on Twitter, and you may want to say hi to her or thank her for her song. But she said it really tore at my heart because they're helpless in many ways. And I just can't imagine being in that situation and hoping that someone would be there for me to bring me out of that. So this is some of her thoughts. And Gaynor, who lives in New Jersey, she posted and reworked that version on social media. She did this past Wednesday, but so many people checking it out. She said she took about 5 minutes to rewrite the lyrics. She says, because it was on my heart. And she says, probably because I prayed about it and said, okay, Lord, what can I say that's going to touch these people? And the dynamic here is a little different, she added. This is about us all being interconnected and interdependent. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. Very, very well said, Miss Gaynor. God bless you for that song. And Texas, you will survive. You're going to be terrific again. Nothing happens without a reason. Even bad things, and they say in the Bible, God's word, all things work together for the good for those that love the Lord. I'm convinced of that. It's hard when people die. It's hard when people lose things and damage things. The important thing is that people are alive, and it could have been worse. And we're just saddened, obviously, of the loss of life that's happened with the folks that have drowned and electrocuted, and just all sorts of stories that we've heard from people losing their lives. But it is a shame. There's no doubt about it. This has been a very, very tough week, or over a week, actually. We've been dealing with this, and it's something that Texas is going to be dealing with for some time. We're hoping that Irma, going into this Labor Day weekend, is not going to pose any kind of threat to land. But forecasters say we cannot write this one off to be a fish storm. They're probably going to know a little bit more on the trajectory within 2 days, exactly where this thing might end up with the spaghetti models. But again, they say it's too quick. But right now, is it a Cat 3, Cat 4? Said it could be a Cat 5 within 3-4 days. But this thing, they say, is a monster. And the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico could be in its sites as well. And then where it goes from there is anybody's guess. But again, keep your eye on the tropics as you're traveling, because, these things can shift and things can change so quickly. As you can see there in Texas, nobody would have thought that, 2-3 weeks ago, that we'd be dealing with catastrophe of that proportion. It's just how quickly things can change, folks. It's unbelievable. I'm Keith Allen, and you're listening to For the People. If it's your first time listening, why don't you say hi on our website at forthepeopleshow.com. Log on to our Twitter or Facebook and join us under a contact page there. We appreciate you so much. We'll be back right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on.
To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. Happy Labor Day weekend. Keith Allen, and you're tuned to For the People, your daily dose of common sense on the radio. And if you enjoy what you hear, our website is always online, unless we have a problem with our servers, forthepeopleshow.com. It's reliable. forthepeopleshow.com. And we have Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, it's Talk to Keith Allen. If you want to tweet me, if you're a tweeter, it's Talk to Keith Allen, last name Allen, A-L-A-N. And then on Facebook, it's For the People Show. So if you'd like to weigh in on any of the subject matters, send me things. A lot of my listeners do. And, I check them out, see what the stories are, and kind of add to my repertoire of knowledge, whether it's good or bad. Some of the stuff I say, well, that's unique. That's an interesting perspective of the history of, say, North Korea. Because, I looked at that article. You know who I'm talking about, Bob. Senate. And, there's some merit to these folks in North Korea. But my thought is there to that particular article is that this hermit country has been hurting their people really badly. and doing some pretty awful things in their gulags over there. And it's a communist country, and I don't approve of